Well, I'm doing my process financial. My who am I? My name is Rob Walsh, and I am graduating senior at Reinhardt University. I think the personal finance is a class for everyone should take. I have learned so much about taxes, investments, health insurance, life insurance, and budgeting. Some of this I knew, but my parents taught me about how to budget since I got my first job, which is why I have a lot of money in saving. There are so many things to plan for, and there are so many ways to make mistakes if you do not plan and budget wisely. I do not ever want to get into money problems, especially later when I have a wife and family. I know I need my plan now and make sure I follow my plan decisions. A lot of to learn and lots to research in order to make the best plans for short term, immediate, and long term financial goals. Goal setting has always been important to me. I like to be organized and I like to plan. When I was in high school, my most important goal was to do well enough graduating from high school because of my disability. I'm deaf. I had to work longer and harder than most of my friends, but I knew I was okay because it would be help me to get into a good college. I also wanted to work, so I started working at Publix at 16 years old. I'm still working there when I was entering Reinhardt College. My long term was to graduate in 3 years. In order for this happen, I have to go straight through the college with no breaks in the summer. Each semester of college, the short-term goals were to do the best I could, make great grades, but do enjoy my college experience. My long-term goal was to graduate in 3 years. I have accomplished all of these goals because I will graduate on Friday, May 3rd, 2019. Smart goals for me have been specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Now that I will graduate, I'm adjusted my goals. Short term, I have been accepted into this master's program, so I will be at Reinhardt for another year. Intermediate, upon graduation from the master's program, I would like a job in the sports field, either in administration or facilities. And my long-term goal is to be athletic director or VP sales in sports related field. Savings and investing requires a lot of my practice and budgeting. Since I have been working in public since I was 16, I have saved a lot of money because of this. I have saved enough that my parents pay for tuition and rent in college, and I pay for everything else. Saving my money plan is so important, and I realize that sometimes I spend too much on food or snacks, so I have to adjust that and pay more attention. I will admit that I have enough thought about saving for retirement until this class. I One of the case studies showed how important it was to start a retirement plan early because the sooner I do, the more money I will have in retirement. I do know that I will take advantage of a 401k or the other retirement plan. My first job as soon as I start. Taxes and trade and credit, these are such an adulting words that they are so important. I knew about taxes because they have taxes out of my paycheck forever. I really pay any taxes, attention to taxes and other than sales tax because my mom always did my income taxes if I needed to file. So far, I have not to purchase anything where I have to borrow, obtain a loan, and determine the type of interest that will be best. I do have several short-term CDs, which is best right now. I may not receive as much if I need to use the funds that will able after the short time, like 1 3 years. Hopefully, when I buy something, I can use what is in my savings account. It is an early simple interest, not a lot, but it is fine for now while I'm in college. Well, I was hoping for a new car for my graduation. I did not realize I would have some kind of car before graduation because I had wrecked and totaled my car. I had my car for 6 years. I was on my way to internship in downtown Atlanta, which is at Georgia State University. Baseball field is in Decatur, and I am not sure what happened, but I hit something on in the road, and I flipped several times. This scared me, but I was not hurt. Thank you, God. We looked at the all kinds of cars. I knew that I did not want to lease, even though it is cheaper on monthly basis, but I did not think that was the best use of my money. I also do not want the brand new cars because they are more expensive and they lose some of their value the minute you drive them off the lot. My dad and I decided that a newer used car was the best fit for me. It was more affordable and I was still getting a lot of use of transportation. I thought I would be having to decide where and if to rent a house or apartment. But since I was getting my master's, I will not have to think about another year. I do know that I will rent and I will hope to find one or more roommates because renting cost is so expensive. I would like to live near whenever my job is because I do not want to have to travel a lot like I have done this year since I was doing my internship in downtown Atlanta. And I still work at Publix near my house in East Cobb area. I spent a lot of time traveling by 75 and 75, which is this highway. Plus the traffic in downtown in Atlanta. I would like to be closer to work. I may do what my older brother Brady didn't live at home for years, so that I can save money and move to an apartment. Rent can be such as $2,000 a month for a two-bedroom. My goal is to be able to buy the house for 5 years after my first job. I will be a good investment for me in the future and for my retirement. It will probably take $250,000 to $300,000 to buy the house if I stay in Marietta and Atlanta area. Insurance for a car can be very expensive, but it's a law to have, and I think it's very important. I will always have full coverage, liability, and collision, as well as uninsured motor coverage. I would rather pay more and know that I'm protected. I never realized there are so many types of health coverage. Fortunately, I can stay on my parents' health insurance until I am 26, but I will probably get my own when I get my first job. I probably will go to with a POS or point of service plan because I have specific doctors that I go to and will need to continue to go to. A PPO or preferred provider may have my doctors, but I will have to check to see if there are enough work or not. An HMO or health maintenance program may have lower costs, but I may not be able to go to my current doctors, and I do not want to change right now. I really hope the company I go with will have subsidized health coverage. I will to reduce some of my costs. It seems strange to think about life insurance at nearly 22 years old. It is something we have to think about. Team term life is fairly cheap and is easy to get. It is probably the best for me right now. Whole life is more expensive. It does offer a lot of benefits I can borrow or even cash the value in the future. if I had an emergency situation where I would need money, there is even some whole life that would my to have kids, future college right now. I will just get a term, and when I get a job, and my beneficiaries will be my brother and my parents. Investments are tricky. The stock market can be booming like it's now, but it can crash just as easily. I just lose a lot of money, but my investment as well as money earned. Bonds are good, but I do not think I would choose risky bonds. I would like a AA rating, even though they're not paid as much in dividends if invest interested. It will be safer. I do not. That will talk with some people like my dad who knows a lot about investing before I would consider purchasing investments. I do not want to be like the lady who lost $10,000 because she thought she was getting get rich quick deal. Now that I will do a lot of researching and planning before investing. The key is to diversify all the money does not need to be one type of investment. $150,000 would be great. I would use the part of money for the down payment, a house, maybe $25,000, because I know this is a solid, safe, and wise investment. I would hope that it will gain equity, and I could either buy a house in the future or stay here and have no mortgage. Either way, it is a win-win situation. I would put in IRA $5,000, probably a Roth, less taxes, easier to get out of it. There is an emergency. I would probably invest a little either in stock or bonds, 5,000, 10,000, and I would put 5,000 in short-term CDs and the remaining in my saving account. If I need furniture or other things in my house, I would probably allot $2,000, $3,000. Okay, I will say this one is the most confusing for me. I know about 401k plans. Sometimes a company will even match the funds to 13%. I will definitely take advantage of the program, and my company offers it. I probably will start with 3 to 5% of my salary in the beginning. There are traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs, SEP, simple, non-deductible, sponsored, and self-directed. I can honestly say I do not know enough or understand enough about each of these in this point in my life. I think Roth is the best for me now because it's a tax-free withdrawal that I could have access to before retirement if necessary. I think the others are more for people who have a steady, solid income and have been in their career for a while. Here's my source.